Be online interview ready, part 3. After having covered the 11 tips, let's come on to the 12th one. Use earphones or headphones for better voice clarity. Avoid using oversized gaming headset. We all know that these days youngsters are so very overjoyed in using the gaming headset any and every time, but still I would advise you strongly, recommend to use good quality earphones or headphones only in order to ensure a better voice clarity. Then it's also important to practice as many times as possible, but one must avoid overdoing it. Of course, I know that practicing makes somebody perfect, but still, when you tend to over practice before giving the online interview, you know what happens? You tend to have fatigue, and this is going to make you look more like a robot, and nobody wants to appoint a robo for the factory, of course. So please try and practice, but do not overdo it. Try to make it look as natural as possible. Tip number 13. Be fully aware of your voice, tone, volume, pitch, etc. We all know how fast or slow a speaker we are. We know whether we shout, we scream, or is it that we tend to be very low on volume? What kind of a tone do we have? Is it a friendly tone, a positive tone, a tone which is very gloomy, or something which has just a single tone known as monotone? And from the term monotone has come monotony, or a monotonous voice. So it's always better to be well aware of one's voice. We know that the quality of voice always comes into play when it comes to appealing somebody or not being able to convince the other person. Point number 14 is to listen carefully and respond completely. So here I would advise my friends to listen to the question fully, because several times it does happen that the interviewer or the interviewers simultaneously ask the question, and the candidate or the interviewee tends to get confused whom to answer first. So please wait for either of them to complete the question. Whoever gets to complete the question is the one who would be answered first as per the rule. But in case both of them ask the same question, or in any way the questions put forward by both the interviewers happen to be related, then I here advise you to listen to the question completely and then try to relate both the questions and answer in a manner that both the questions get answered. And for that to happen, you need to listen carefully, and then only will you be able to respond completely. Here I would also like to tell you that many times it happens that we fail to understand the question. So in order to understand what the question was, though it's not a very good thing to be done, you need to be attentive all the time, but still in such a scenario you may always request the interviewer to repeat, but this needs to be done in a very polite and humble way. coming on to point number 15. So we've almost covered 14 points by now. Let's see what the 15th point has in store for us. Try to be extra careful with technical glitches. Now we all know that when it comes to dealing with gadgets, electronic gadgets, equipment, systems, anytime and from nowhere the technical glitches arrive. At times the processing is too fast, at times it's too slow. So in order to take care of all those things, it's better to be well prepared. In case you may, please do that. In case there are any technical glitches which are difficult to be handled, kindly try to excuse yourself and then try to find a way out. Because technical glitches are unavoidable, right? So we need to in any case deal with them. Point number 16. As you can see that it is taking more time to move on to the next slide. Yeah, make a list of probable questions that you may need to ask at the end. I know that you would be surprised to hear these words. There are interviews in which you, even as a fresher, are given the opportunity to put across questions which come to your mind. Because through this way, the interviewer or interviewers try to understand what actual personality are you? What kind of questions are you going to put across? In interview sessions, we are not only tested on the basis of what we answer, we are also tested, screened, assessed on the basis of how and what we question. So it's important and it's also very helpful to prepare a list of the questions that you may need to ask at the end. Point number 17. Now coming to point number 17, we need to understand that even though we are well prepared to face any interview, if we fail to dress appropriately and professionally, then we might lose the opportunity. Friends, of course, I know that you must be wondering, in an online interview, how does it matter to dress professionally from top to bottom? Nobody is going to ever see us completely. But then I would like to say and strongly suggest that when you dress professionally from top to bottom, your body language, your posture, your gesture, everything happen to be in your control. Because if you're barefoot, you will not be able to sit the way otherwise you would be expected to be sitting in an interview scenario. If you wear a watch, that means that the interviewer is going to be assured of the fact that you take proper care of your dressing. You eventually are going to give a message across that you are not a casual person. You are somebody who is going to take care of everything from A to Z in order to get the deals finalized. You are not going to take any opportunity for granted. You are going to put in your best efforts in order to present that aura, to present a personality which is to be selected, and the interviewers are sure to select you. They will not be able to neglect your professionalism, which is going to be displayed by the way you dress. Point number 18. So we are almost coming to the end of the tips and suggestions for being ready for appearing in the online interviews. Maintain a genuine smile and look pleasant. Now this is my favorite point. Why? Because there are people who often question me, is it important to be smiling? Yes, of course. I never asked you to giggle. I never asked you to laugh. I'm only asking you to maintain a genuine smile. So from where are you going to get this genuine smile? It's going to come on your face only if you're really happy about being an interviewee. Only when you are in a position to control your thoughts, your wavering thoughts, your nervous system. You don't need to look nervous at all. You need to look a pleasing personality. You need to look pleasant. Somebody who is going to infuse enthusiasm in anyone who comes across. And for that to happen, you yourself need to be a very positive person. And only a calm, composed, positive person is going to portray a pleasant look. And therefore it's important to look very pleasant and at the same time have a smiling face, because that is going to overcome the nervousness which in any case we all are when we face an interview.